Like you're in the character of my life right now. You're one of the characters. Like you see in the Friends, for example, they were inviting Brad Pitt just few days, for few episodes. You're now my Brad Pitt. How do you like it?
I don't know if I want to be Brad Pitt, but
my Brad Pitt is different.
Yeah, that's different. Okay, I like it. Na gut, heute reden wir mit Moji. Hi Moji.
Hey.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Good. Good. It's a sunny day, although it's October, so it's nice.
Nice. Why do you wanted to meet at Görlitzer Park? Is it
Oh yeah, Görlitzer Park is a special park for me.
Yeah?
Like since I moved to Berlin, like I had different, experiences, different memories, different stories about Görlitzer Park, so I love it.
At your past, where you come from actually?
I'm Iranian.
All right.
I was born in Iran. I lived there for 20 some years, and then I moved to Berlin. Since 10 years now, I'm in Berlin. I'm as sweet as a Berliner.
And where about in Tehran? Or?
Yeah. I was born in north of Iran. I lived there for 3 years, and then Iran and Iraq were in the war, so we tried to avoid that. And we lived in Tehran for maybe 15 years. And then I did my university there, I worked there. I love the city, I love Tehran.
Yeah.
So, but for studying, I had to move also because of some, like election 2009, I was involved. So the result was I really had to leave. So what I did was I applied for some university. I got admission in a city called Magdeburg and university there, and I studied economics there.
Okay. Yeah. And what do you mean by you were involved in?
For the election?
Yeah.
It was the second round of a president that I didn't really like. His name was Ahmadinejad. So what I did was I was doing some different activities, political activities in Iran, like it was women's rights. And it was my first time that I'm coming to get involved in the election for presidential election, right? And what happened was I just met the leader of the opposition, which was Mousavi, which started Green Movement before he was even announcing his candidacy. And then I guess he liked what I was doing, and we became a group that we were helping.
What were you doing?
I was doing some research about how in social media you can promote the candidates. And I really liked what he was doing and the understanding that he had. And as much as I liked him and his understanding of the government and how it should be, I was really disconnected with Ahmadinejad.
Should we move?
Yes.
When did you start DJing actually?
My first gig was in Johnny Knuppel.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And
that's a nice first gig.
Yeah, and I loved it, and I was so happy when the former Johnny Knuppel was closing. I could play for the closing also there, because it meant a lot to me. As much as like closing the place was hard for me to take, the same is like I paid my due. And what I really wanted to do was something that I feel like I'm not gonna miss the life that I have now. There's so many precious things happening every day, but like when you're busy with something that is not very inspiring for you, you just kill your life, you just kill your time. So when you have a daily routine in your life, you go further, you go one step ahead. Like when you have repetition, when you have a routine, you are having, on the top of this repetition, you start to see something else. And when it comes to the music, and you have this constant repetitive beat that comes back and forth and carry you, you're going through yourself. And what I would love to do is like, as you are in that meditative repetition by music, and by the beat, I would love to have some spices, add some spices on top that it intrigues some of your emotions. And that's why I like melodic techno. Like imagine like you're starting from some point, you're introducing what vibe and what feeling you want to explore. And then one by one and after each other, you're carrying the listener and dancer to the next move. And you intrigue some emotions and feelings, then probably like it's something that resonates with you a lot. So like every musician, every DJ, they're trying to intrigue some of those feelings and emotions and give you the vibe that you might be interested in. And every time I'm having a gig, I would love to have from the moment that I start till the moment that I'm finishing and landing, you know, the whole music and the whole like rhythm, I would love to have this. I would love to carry the person through the stories that I'm interested in.
So when you think about doing your sets, you have like a story in mind, or do you have like a mindset or pictures of what you wanna?
For every dance floor, I prepare a new set, because if I don't, it gets boring for me. So and those moments and those melodies and those feelings are all really related to how I feel in those moments. Someone 15 years ago told me, if you're having a passion for any form of art, you better to earn something out of that and not earn from your passion. Because then you get to this trap of selling your passion to everyone. And I try to keep that. I'm organizing some events, but also for music I would like to enter to more producing, because I feel like production is part of it that I'm missing right now. So many ideas, so many concepts, and I'm working on so many tracks. I need to come out. I need to spend more time on it and then present it later, right? Also, like not only music, like the medium of the film is very interesting, because for the film you have all the things together. You have the music, you have the story, you have the act, you have the fact, if it's a documentary, and you're presenting that. And sometimes I feel like by music I am expressing something, but it's not all of the things that I want to express. It's just one form of it. And maybe film, especially documentary, can be something that I can talk about other things that I would love to talk about it with others. And so I'm moving towards making films.
All right.
Yeah.
Na gut. That was a talk with Moji. Thank you a lot.
Yeah, you can see Moji at our first party at Nagut at 14th of December in einer Remise irgendwo. Und wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, dann lasst gerne einen Kommentar und ein Like da und abonniert bitte unseren Kanal, damit könnt ihr uns unterstützen. Und dann sehen wir uns das nächste Mal mit Anni O. Bis dann. Ciao.
Tschüss. Let's go. Should it roll? Should we jump like